Millennials are paying too much for streaming services. You need to buy cable instead.
All right, so he does a great video replying to that comment, and I'm going to put this here. I did a video similar to that a while back where I actually pulled the numbers for all of the popular streaming services. I pulled more streaming services than he did. I also explained you could get deals to make it better. Now, I'm going to say this right out. Do I like what streaming services are doing? Not entirely. Do I think it's that horrible? Not entirely. Am I going to start vastly sailing the high seas because of it? Maybe, maybe not, but it's convenient for right now. If you are leaving comments like that, like the one that's there, or you're saying that, if you're defending cable by saying people are spending too much on streaming services, then you are falling into the advertising that cable wants you to have. Streaming services are still vastly better. He explains multiple points for that in there, and I go dig through my videos and go find that one. If you really want it bad enough, I'll be glad to throw it in comments. I'm not sure how to do that because I haven't had to put videos of my own in comments, but I made a video on it showing the numbers. Those numbers are relevant as of this year. I can do an update on it at some point. It was just a hefty amount of research to go into it, but no. And also, people are missing the point. Basic cable that does not include movie channels is cheaper than streaming, absolutely. But like I put in my video, and he doesn't touch on this, even if you pay for the premium packages, you're not necessarily getting like HBO as a channel anymore. You're getting an app. They're giving you the apps. You're still using streaming. You're just paying 2 to 3 times the amount for it. That's what you don't realize. So yes, you're getting cable, but a lot of their services are moving over to the apps. That's how the production companies want that. HBO doesn't want you to consume their content on the cable platform because they've got to pay the cable company for that. They'd prefer you use the app so that way they can control what's on there, give less to the cable company, and they can make more money. I'm not trying to defend cable companies here. I don't like cable. I still think it's a better deal getting streaming. I also don't like the argument people keep making that they've just exhausted the catalog of movies. Doubtful. You've watched your fill, but you haven't exhausted the catalog. And there's a lot of bloat and crap in streaming services. There will be. Is what streaming services are doing sustainable? I don't think so. I don't think a company like Netflix is going to be able to keep pumping out the large productions they are, spending the money they are, and be able to keep charging almost nothing for it. And really, it is almost nothing considering what you get. I'm sorry. Paying what I pay per month on streaming just for Netflix, I get my money's worth out of that. If you don't think that's worth it, you need to consider something else, and you're really out of touch with the cost of things. It is cheap for me to wait for stuff to go to streaming than to go to the theater. Now, as I've said before, I have solutions. I do. I'm not a businessman per se. I mean, I run a business, so I guess I am a businessman. Anyway, I'm not a businessman in the respect of CEOs. I think differently. But I have great plans that would revitalize the entire entertainment industry from theaters to streaming services to movie production that should be done that would make things a lot better for everybody. The problem right now is that these companies are still thinking like it's the 1990s on how to make money. And we need to be changing how we're doing things from top to bottom. Why am I not going to put this information here? You can take that old quote that Heath Ledger as the Joker put in, because if you're good at something, never do it for free. I would expect to be compensated for these ideas. I would expect to be compensated for these things that are going to make people more money. I think that's more than fair. Even I don't even want that much. If anybody's serious about it, approach me. I've put that out there a few times for the ideas. Approach me. I'll tell you how to make more money. I'll tell theaters how to make more money. I'll tell the studios how to make more money with theaters and make it more fair. How to do things like bring the cost of concessions down while still being able to make money off that and other things. Because the whole system is upside down and it has been for a while. But I'm not doing it for free. I deserve to be compensated for that. And a lot of these places are going to have to start doing things very differently because the world has changed. We're not in the 80s or 90s anymore. Theaters are different in terms of the services they offer, but the pricing is still upside down and backwards. And promotion is all wrong. So anyway, guys, that's my comments on that. Go watch his video. Again, I did a video similar to that, and I broke the cost down extremely finely down to the detail per streaming services. I explained some of the deals you can get. I am not sponsored nor promoted or any of that. I am just a private individual who is using streaming services, pays for a lot of them, and does not pay more than cable. So that's my take on it. What are your thoughts, you guys? As usual, any negative comments are going to get removed, so please try to keep it peaceable and provide critique and commentary. This isn't a place to just dump on people.